The world is in turmoil and President Trump is to be blamed. Or easy. Hey fam, Lucian here. How are you guys doing? We have seen over the last couple of weeks how the world has been changing. Trump's decisions has been affecting each and every country throughout the world. Not only did he implement tariffs when it comes to Canada, which is their neighbor, but also China they've been stopping funding towards South Africa, in fact Africa as a whole. And let's see what he says about South Africa. So Donald's Twitter post says as follows. He says South Africa is confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly. It's a bad situation that the radical left media doesn't want to so as much mention. A massive human rights violation at the minimum is happening for all to see, and the United States is not standing for this. So we saw the dollar costing us less than 17 rand a couple of weeks ago to now being over 19 rand per dollar. And they've been stopping funding towards, if not all, of the funding that they've been doing over the years, and that amounts to billions of US dollars. And people have been losing their jobs with immediate effect, and there is fear in the market. Likewise, when it comes to crypto, there's a lot of fear in the market, but we are going to uncover on this video, and I will share what my expectation is. Is this temporarily, or will this change our lives forever? So first, one of the reasons why Donald Trump is doing this is obviously South Africa joining BRICS, and we obviously see that they want to now have their own reserve currency. So why should the US actually be sponsoring a country who is actually working against them? And why is crypto plummeting when they are actually pro crypto? So what happened is the world came to a stillstand in 2020, and COVID hit us. And as a result, people panicked and the crypto market once again plummeted. So the same thing is happening at this point of time. In fact, this seems like it is even much worse. So on the day when Trump was inaugurated on the 20th of January, Bitcoin set an all-time high. People were excited. So then we hit 109,000 US dollars, way over 2 million per Bitcoin. But since then, Bitcoin has lost nearly 30% of its value. Some altcoins have even lost 70%. So is this where everything will be ending for crypto, or can we see a brighter day? For those who are trading crypto that were expecting the market to just continue to go up and up and up, they were obviously really disappointed at this last couple of weeks. But for those who actually bought in my opinion, I think they are at the best place, even though it may seem like the market has come down. And in fact, those who have been trading, they actually lost. In fact, this past 24 hours, they've lost nearly 2 billion US dollars. Let that sink in. 2 billion US dollars was liquidated. And what does that mean? That is people that were trading on the price and went against their expectations. But that has nothing to do with investors, because the person who bought the Bitcoin a month ago still has their Bitcoin now. So at the end of the day, they are not losing anything unless they sell at the bottom. However, for those who obviously were trading and going long, they were sadly disappointed. In fact, those who anticipated the market to come down, those people that were trading, they were obviously rewarded for expecting the right direction. So what does one do now? So in my opinion, I believe that, you know what, especially when it comes to market and when it comes to jobs, they are all unstable. And this is when people actually start realizing, you know what, thousands and thousands of people are being laid out because of one person or him and their administration. Because remember, they need to now save the US, because the US has the most debt compared to all the countries throughout the world. So now they need to cut their expenses, and they need to increase their income. So they cut their expenses by not donating anymore, and they increase their income by implementing these tariffs. So that is what anyone should do. So do I agree with everything President Donald Trump says? Absolutely no. However, would I have done many of the things that he's doing at this point of time? I would think that I would have done many of it. So I believe that if all presidents out there put their countries first, then they will definitely steer this world to be a better place. And last week, President Trump made another bold statement, and he said that why should they be funding continents like Africa, whereas all the minerals they need, but their leaders are actually stealing from their own people, and now they need to donate in terms of maintaining our health system. So, and then we go and partner with Russia and China and all the others that are involved with BRICS. So that is basically the gist of it. So it actually makes sense. So how does one actually take control? So like I said earlier, when it comes to your job, when it comes to the market, it is quite unstable because it depends on different factors. However, when building a portfolio or building a business, yes, it is maybe not the quickest thing to do. However, long term, it has proven to actually give one stability. So in this trying times, hold on, consider other sources of revenue, and consider thinking outside of the box because things are really unraveling at this point of time, and we could actually see things getting worse before it gets better. So after today's plunge, many of our members were able to get a 20% out of it. So it's all about where you position yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in my next video.